As you probably saw in the title, this is your personal ultimate clock buying guide. So come back here whenever you want to see which clock that you should buy. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing you might want to do is steer clear from old clock movements. So if you could probably see here, this is a movement from around 1950s to 1970s. And if you really don't like repairing movement, and also if you don't want the cost of a repairman, but if you want one, and if you trust that it's you want to put it inside of an old case, I'm not telling you to not do it, but the movements could be in total despair, so please be extremely careful. Okay, so our next thing on the list is grandfather clocks. So grandfather clocks, as you could probably tell, are very pricey, and I don't think a new clock collector should be buying these. And another issue is, as soon as you get it into its forever home place, it's gonna be incredibly hard to move it and rearrange it. So I'm saying this yet again. I'm not a broken record saying this over and over and over, but if you don't really feel like doing this, trust your gut, because it might not all go well. But there can be some pretty good outcomes to this. They look very pretty. You could flex on other new clock collectors that hey, I have the best clock in town or something. I'm not sure, but I think generally it'd be pretty cool to have one, but the price and weight of these things are catastrophic. So yeah. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, the banjo clock. My favorite clock, and it should be yours. So these clocks are my favorite clocks. They're very self-explanatory. You could get them old or new, and they're easy to wind and easy to deal with. And my favorite part about these clocks are the different pictures each time. So let's play it this way. So let's say clock 1010, Danny's Clocks, No Storms Antiques, any of those good clock collectors should always be pleased by the different pictures they get each time on these beautiful clocks. So I'm saying this not in an offensive way, but this is my opinion, not yours, so you could completely change your mind. The next thing on the list is wall clocks. So your everyday general, Hermle, Franz, all that yada yada wall clock, don't have any downsides, because generally these are actually the easiest clocks to deal with. You could get really decorative ones or really bland ones, and the differences are usually extremely faint. Now for the most common clock everyone usually has in their collection. The most common, mantle clock. So let's see it. So these clocks are made by usually every single brand of clock that exists. And they're very simple, Seth Thomas, Hermle, all that. And they usually have 3 holes, 2 holes, but mostly 3. And they play chimes, usually Westminster? Yeah. And they could go up to St. Michael, all those fancy chimes, but usually they're a 3-train chiming clock. I can't pronounce words today, bro. Anyways, let's get back into this. So these are probably going to be the most common clocks you might be seeing in my collection. I might be a wall clock freak first, but then I might change to mantle. So yeah, that's pretty much my personal preference on your everyday mantle clock. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Alright, so I hope you guys all enjoyed my way that I usually buy clocks and sort through them on eBay and stuff like that. And I hope this helps someone out and makes their day. So I'll see you guys later. Jay's Clocks out.